Our next company is Kolb+Co. It's a Brookfield business advising and CPA firm that's grown to nearly $12 million in annual revenues and 94 employees. For more than 50 years, Kolb+Co. has helped closely held businesses grow and succeed by offering them a wide breadth of business services. The company offers services including tax, accounting, auditing, benefit plan administration, strategic planning, mergers and acquisitions assistance, and financial planning. They also provide clients with the service of a larger firm while promoting relationships with each client similar to a smaller firm. As an independently owned company, Kolb+Co. understands the problems its clients may face and can work to ensure client success. You know, I think almost all of the lawyers at Reinhardt have worked with the Kolb folks over their careers. This is truly an outstanding accounting firm. So please welcome Kolb+Co. President Tom Lukin.
Next up is Tom Lukin, president of Kolb+Co. in Brookfield. I had never heard of a paperless accountant before, but I think Kolb+Co. is becoming just that. They've initiated a lean CPA process. The company recently invested in integrated workflow software which virtually eliminates the inbox and keeps projects moving. Tom, can you tell us more about this concept and how other businesses in the room may benefit from it?
Well, let me start by telling you that Tim missed one service that we have, and that is to keep our clients from seeing century fences in penitentiaries. So, it's keeping in with the coup. What I want to do is just very high level, because I know we're running out of time, talk to you a little bit about why we did it. We initiated a lean process, how we did it very briefly, some key metrics of what it meant to our practice, and then where we see that process going for us in the future, and then leave you with a final thought. And I'm going to do all that in 20 minutes, so hopefully you don't have anything up. The 2000s were the golden years for CPA firms, and I think other professional service firms will tell you the same thing. We had Enron scandals, we had Sarbanes-Oxley, we had record profits. All of a sudden, the rules of the game changed with the Great Recession. I've been in the business 30 years. I had never had a recession affect the CPA firm industry. If there was a recession, it was a positive because we had more consulting revenue helping our clients through the issues. This one was different. It created excess capacity throughout the industry. It created pricing pressures, significant price reductions on our CPA firm services, and at the same time, our operating expenses were going up. And that's just the perfect storm for a squeezed margin. The only response was, how are we going to manage our operating costs without compromising our core value of service excellence? And so back in June of 2009, I was sitting around a table with a bunch of managing partners from the Midwest. We're in an association of firms, and I had them all in. And our Akron affiliate said, have you ever heard of Lean CPA? Wow, Lean CPA. I've heard of Lean and Six Sigma in the manufacturing. It's starting to catch traction in the healthcare area. I've heard it in the construction, but boy, not in a professional services organization. Well, lo and behold, it took me about a year to really digest and get comfortable with it. It took me a while to sell the shareholders on it, and it took a while to get us to budget the resources and the time for it. But lo and behold, we embarked on a process. And what we did is we brought an outside consultant in. We created a task force. We started with our business tax return process. That seemed to be the most logical starting point. We had members of our IT group, admin, our tax, and our audit group. It cut across all parts of our practice, and we had the group get together. We flow charted our system. We looked for redundancies, loops, and non-value-added steps in our process. We had to look at it from the client's perspective and not our own. We would imply our feeling of value on something, whereas the client didn't see any value in that. And then we also added some green initiatives in it. We went to an on-screen reviewing. We went to providing client copies of returns on disks, and we went to a mandated e-filing. And so let me tell you what that meant to us. I'm going to share some metrics with you. Our throughput. Throughput is how many returns did we get out by the March 15th and the April 15th deadline. We improved that by 6 and 9% respectively. We did that with 3.5 less full-time employees in the tax group. We knocked down our chargeable hours by 3,000. Now, when you think of a professional services business, you think that's bad. Not when the pricing on the returns is being driven by market and not charge hours. It's a good thing. We started to work smarter and not harder. We had fun with this process as well. We had a lien violation jar. If somebody called you on the carpet for doing something that wasn't lien, you had to throw a quarter in. I made a few investments through the process. Overall, we saw our margin improvement on engagements improve by somewhere between 10 and 12%. But more importantly of all this is we were really at an early stage development of a continuous improvement process within our firm. And the best anecdotal evidence of that is as we got into the individual return process, we started making changes on that, even though we didn't go through a formal evaluation of it. Where do I see this taking us going forward? Well, we've already identified 4 areas where lien will improve us. The audit process, that's a logical one. The individual tax return process, we will actually go through a formal evaluation of that. Our time and billing process, here we are, that's our lifeblood, and we do a poor job of that. And then lastly, our business development process. And I think the most important thing for us to do is we've got to drive this continuous improvement culture down so that it permeates the organization. So if I give you one takeaway on this, it's just because you're not in the manufacturing, construction, healthcare, or a traditional industry that you feel lien applies to, it does apply to you. And look at every process in your organization and rank them by ROI potential. I think you'll be very happy with the results.
Thank you.